Hello, welcome to the first video of the year. So if you're watching this, you're either one of my students or you are a parent of one of my students. So if so, welcome to my class. Parents, these videos are going to be up the entire year, the math videos. So if you want to learn the math along with your student, that would be super, super awesome. No pressure. You don't have to. I get lives are busy and stuff. But yeah, and students, I am super, super excited to have you in my class this year. So let's go over my class and why we are watching a video right now. Kind of weird. The most important thing about my class is that it is a flipped classroom. Okay, now I'll go over what that means, but basically we're taking the traditional model of a classroom, which everyone knows really well, and we're going to flip it, okay? And we're going to do things a little backwards, but that's okay because we like doing things backwards. So let's talk about the traditional math classroom for a second. So you come to class and you listen to the lecture. Sitting in your chair, just listening. And if you're a good student, you are writing down every single note that the teacher writes, right? Everything on the board, you're writing down on your paper. If you slack off maybe a little bit, maybe you're just sitting there and enjoying, or who knows what you're doing, because lots of things happen in a classroom that don't involve just directly listening to the teacher, right? I know this. I'm not a dummy, okay? So we listen to the lecture in class, we take notes, and then you go home and you do your homework assignment at home. Sometimes there's like 10 minutes or so at the end of class to maybe crank out a few problems, but for the most part, you're doing all the homework when you go home. And this repeats every single day until the end of the school year, with like tests in there and assembly days and whatever, all the other junk that gets thrown into the school year. But essentially, this is what you're doing every single day, right? For a lot of days. What happens when you have a question on your homework? So I want you to think back to when you had a question on your homework and it really stumped you. Or when parents, when your child had a question on their homework and you were stumped because you couldn't help them, and it was just like, okay, what do we do? And we have to start problem solving. We're looking up videos online. We're getting tutors. Seems like a lot, right? And what if you're sick and you miss class? Well, you miss the notes that were taken, which means that you have to get them from a friend or from the teacher, but it's usually just a filled out copy of the notes. Then you have to try and figure out the math behind the symbols, or the logic behind the symbols, because math is just all these symbols put on a paper. Okay, I know it's like its own language, but so you're sick, you miss class, you're already falling behind, and if you miss a couple classes, it just becomes it's too much, right? So the likelihood of falling behind increases, and it becomes hard and stressful to get caught back up. Am I right? That's how you feel. So we're going to flip this classroom idea. So we're flipping the traditional model. Basically what that means is we're going to switch places between home and school. So lessons are condensed to about 15 minutes. Sometimes I go longer because I get to talk, and sometimes they're shorter. But these videos will be watched at home. Okay? We're not doing the lectures in class. We're watching the videos at home so that we can come to class with a little more knowledge about the math we're going to be diving into. Okay? A few reasons why I think this works. Well, at home, there's fewer distractions. I get we got big families. We have a lot going on. But you guys love your phones, okay? This isn't a secret. You can take 15 minutes out of your day that you're already spending on your phone, which that's its own problem. We should probably talk about that. We need to lower our screen time. But take those 15 minutes and watch a math video and learn while you're doing it. Plus, it helps you pass my class. So there's fewer distractions at home. You can pause it and you can rewind it. Along with that, you can watch it on your own schedule. Now, when I say watch on your own schedule, it has to be before the next class period. So they will be assigned, and there's assignment dates, but you have to watch it before the next class period, or this does not work. Okay, you have to watch it before the next class period. And then we do the written work in class. So the homework that you usually take home and maybe get through all of it, maybe get stumped, maybe have to go get help from your really smart neighbor. That stuff we're now going to do in class. And this leaves us more time for extra examples and instructions before we do the written work. I want to go back to this work thing for a second. So the thing that I've realized after teaching this way for 3 years, doing the written work is how you learn math. You don't learn math by watching someone do it. You learn it by actually doing it and struggling through it on your own. So when you're in class and when we can do all the written work in class, you're still working on your own, but now we have almost 2 hours to hour and a half to do math that is scheduled. It's not out of the night or out of your nighttime or after practice or whatever it may be. We're doing the work in class. I put you in tables where you can help and collaborate together, and just on the homework, not on tests and stuff. And then I'm in class and I can walk around and help you guys. Okay, that's why I think this works so well, because we're actually doing the work in class, the written work, the learning part of math, and I'm there to aid in all of this learning. Okay, it also gives us a lot of extra wiggle room if we need extra examples and instructions and such. Okay, and then the homework is handed in at the end of the class period. There is no reason, no more homework in math class. Oh yeah, so homework I mean as like you're not taking homework home. You're not taking some paper home and having to do it. You might have to take a few problems home if you don't finish in class, but most of the time you are going to finish the homework in class and you'll be able to hand it in at the end of the class period. Then the only homework you have is a short little YouTube video. Okay, with my lovely voice. So, win-win. The class becomes way more interactive and it leads to higher grades and most importantly, better learning. Okay, I total advocate for this, obviously, because it's the way I teach, but I'm trying to just get you guys on board with it also. Okay, the flipped classroom only works if you follow the procedure 100% of the time. So here's the nitty-gritty of this. There are videos to watch nearly every night before class, unless it is a test day or a review day. There are almost always videos. I will have them posted on Canvas. I will remind you in class also. And these must be watched the night before class. Okay, they're actually not due until 7:30. I didn't write this in here. It's in your syllabus, but 7:30 a.m. Just in case you forget and you want to wake up early and do it. You can do that, okay? This includes absent days, so you have to stay up to date with Canvas. If you know you're going to be absent, go watch the video before you're absent so that we are all caught up, and then you can do the homework, and then you can come back to class ready to go. Okay, you guys are juniors in high school, most of you. You need to be responsible for your work, okay? If you sign up for Remind, I do send out messages. So if you text 81010, parents, do this also. Text 81010, so that's like who it goes to. And then the message is at Gagan 1 if you're in first period, at Gagan 2 if you're in second, at Gagan 3 if you're in third, at Gagan 5 if you're in fifth, and so on. This is also in the syllabus if you need more instructions on that. And then take notes on every single video. You will be given guided notes. So I'll give you guided notes to go home and just fill out the notes with me. Okay, so you'll be doing what we would have been doing in class, but now you're going to do it at home. Please purchase a 3-ring binder to keep these notes in. I will be checking these binders periodically. And this is mostly for you because I want you to stay organized. I want this to be like a math book kind of that we're creating that you can go back and look through. Okay? Take the open note Canvas quiz at the end of every video. So every video, you're going to watch the video, and then there's a Canvas quiz at the end. Take the Canvas quiz, you open note, open whatever you need, and just make sure you have to take that with the videos, okay? And there will be quizzes for every video. If there's not a quiz for some reason, I'll write at the top, like, oops, I forgot the quiz. But hopefully that doesn't happen as much this year, okay? And late quizzes will only be worth 50%, so please take these quizzes on time. So that means if it's turned in 1 minute past 7:30, then it is late. It is only worth 50%. Now 50% is better than 0%. That's why I do that. But still take these on time. It will help your grade. Okay, quizzes are worth 30% of your grade. So this is a big portion. This is all explained in the disclosure also. Now, last thing, please be sure, speaking of disclosure, to read the disclosure for information about grades, policies, materials, all of that, and send the signature slip back signed by next period. There's another copy on Canvas if you need it, if you lost it for some reason. And then if you have any questions, feel free to email me at alexisgagan@canyonsdistrict.org. I am very, very bad at checking my CSD Docs email. I'm going to try and make a conscious effort to do a lot better this year. We will see. I'm really great at checking my Canyons District email, though, because it goes straight to my computer. So please email the Canyons District, not CSD Docs, okay? I will try and check that better than I did last year, but just so you know, I checked that one a little bit better, okay? I am super, super excited. I hope you're excited also. And yeah, I will see you guys when I see you.